This is a TFC HQ presented by Kia. I am Gareth Wheeler alongside Terry Dunfield. A quick turnaround ahead of Toronto FC's final away match of this season as they take on their rivals in the Montreal Impact this Sunday. Good news is that a full complement of players at Greg Vanney's disposal with Jonathan Osorio and Marky Delgado and Sebastian Giovinco all returning from international duty. The only two players really ruled out this weekend. Victor Vasquez, of course, shut down on the season, and I don't expect Josie Altidore to play as he continues to deal and manage that ankle problem, which probably makes a lot of sense at this juncture.
I think at this stage of the season, you probably don't really want to take risks unless you have to. I think those three players coming back will give the squad a real boost. It's brilliant when you've been away from club football, you're representing your country, and then you come back. It's a nice feeling, and I think the performance against DC was good, but you add these players to it, you might have just a little bit more cutting edge. I thought Jonathan Osorio was excellent against Dominica, once again for Canada.
Gregory Vanderville also back from suspension, and Chris Mavinga, he'll be a match time decision. For more, let's hear from head coach Greg Vanney, as well as the two returning players in Osorio and Delgado.
And these games, it's like you said, it's a rivalry, but it's important from our side that the collective purpose to go and get a result has to be there, because you're running into a team that's playing for their life at this point. They're at home. They are our rival. They've got a lot of purpose to play for, and we've got to make sure that our collective purpose is there as well, and I believe it will be. And then from there, it's just how we approach the game and our mentality through the game and making plays when we need to make plays. These games tend to get exciting because it's almost like a knockout game in some ways. They have to come away with a win, and so they'll be playing as such, and we'll see what kind of space opens up and how the image of the game actually takes place as things go. But should be interesting.
Something you want to win, something definitely special to the fans that they always want to come out with the W at the end of the day, So the season hasn't gone great for us, but we always want to come out on top of Montreal. So we're going to be looking forward to it.
It's just another derby match against our rival. So no matter what the standings are or what the game means, it's a derby match, and you always got to win those games. It's a game you always want to play in. So we're going there to win the game.
Toronto FC, of course, coming off the 1-0 defeat to DC United on Wednesday. Still, it was a positive game for Toronto FC in various aspects of their play, Terry. Where can they build upon that performance on Wednesday come Sunday?
Yeah, I thought overall TFC controlled most of the game. I think if that Nicky Hagelin early opportunity goes in, it's a different game. I thought Drew Moore came into the side in that sweeper role. I thought he was excellent. His passing was clean. I thought Liam Fraser and Michael Bradley in that double pivot role, that worked. I think that's a big reason why TFC controlled most of the game. So tons of positives, maybe just a little bit more cutting edge in the final third. And I think the three players returning from international duty will really help that.
Especially some guy named Sebastian Giovinco. He happened to score 2 goals against the Impact the last time he played them in a 3-1 win back in August at BMO Field. TFC did lose their lone game in Montreal. That was right at the beginning of the season, a St. Patrick's Day game where they lost 1-0. But in that, Terry, they played inside the Big O. They're actually playing on a proper football field this time around.
I'm rubbing my knee as you say that. But it wasn't the best of starts for the Impact. New manager came in, Remy Gard. They lost 10 of their first 13, but through the summer months, picked up some form. I still think they're missing a number 9, ex-Red Quincy Amarikwa. He's leading the line up top. Definitely their danger man is Piatti down that left-hand side. He's been struggling with a thigh strain a little bit. He came off after 75 minutes against Columbus, but still managed to score a wonder goal. I like Silva on the right-hand side, Taider. Every time I watch him play, he's getting better from midfield. And Canadian international, Piat's been very consistent in midfield.
What's remarkable is that the Impact, by the time they play on Sunday, wouldn't have played for over 2 weeks. Their last game out was a 3-0 win over Columbus, which happened before TFC's loss against Vancouver. So they're going to be very well rested. Yet if you look at the MLS table, although TFC are obviously behind the Montreal Impact and the Impact's still in the playoff race, TFC scored 10 more goals and they're actually a goal better than Montreal in terms of goal differential.
Yeah, it's interesting, but I think in these derby games, Will, stats go out the window completely. I think TFC have an opportunity to go really stuff their rivals, put them out of that playoff picture. Montreal are 4 points behind with only 2 games to play.
5 points behind Columbus as well.
So what an opportunity for TFC to go out, build up a little bit of momentum into next season. That Champions League competition comes around extremely quick, and just go enjoy your football. You're playing against Montreal, you're playing your rival.
So one final note, how do you beat the Montreal Impact?
I think the Impact, as the season gone on, and became a little bit more better defensively, collectively. They sit a little bit deeper, pick their moments when to go forward. So I think you build on that DC performance. I think TFC will control most of the game. They'll be like the home side playing away from home, and just add a little bit more cutting edge in that final third. Take some more risks, more runs in depth. When you get into good areas out wide, deliver. Go be brave. Take your fullback on.
It might actually work out well for Toronto FC. The Montreal Impact have to win come Sunday. If the Impact come out and play like they don't normally do, they love to play on the counterattack. If they do try to play free-flowing football, Toronto FC really could maybe have a field day out there on Sunday. Wait and see it Sunday afternoon from Stade Saputo in Montreal. You can watch on TSN and listen on TSN 1050.